Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Grow Through It podcast. My name is Julia, and today I'm going to give you 5 mindset shifts that I have been using lately that will change your life. Before we get into those, I want to just talk about why mindset is so important. Your brain is so powerful that your thoughts can truly change your life. Take my chronic back pain, for example. If you haven't heard the episode on my chronic back pain, definitely listen to it because it's crazy. But my pain became where it was called neuroplastic pain. It wasn't an injury anymore. And now I no longer have that chronic pain because I changed my mindset around it. I realized that it was my thoughts that was creating the pain. And this is actual science. It's not this woo-woo concept. It's actual science. The nervous system and brain work together. So fear, hyperfocus on symptoms, and catastrophic thinking can keep pain cycles going. I'll give you another example of this. I just went for a hike today, and previously, the last 2 years, I've had some knee issues on my hikes that have prevented me from going as often as I would like. So when I started thinking about my knees, I started feeling the pain come on. And I do believe there is an actual physical problem with my knees. I actually realized I think it's coming from my hips. But as soon as I started thinking about them, the pain got worse. But then when I started to shift my mindset, I would say to myself, my knees are strong. I have no injuries. My knees are strong and stable. And the knee pain was still a little bit there, but it was definitely way better. Mindset shifts usually happen through repetition, not just one thought. So when it comes to the pain, the physical pain I've been feeling with my chronic back pain or my knee pain, I can't just say one time that I'm not injured or I have no pain and it'll go away. It's a very consistent thing that I have to think about. And you also don't have to believe it right away. Just because you're saying it in your mind doesn't mean you need to fully believe it. You obviously don't want to say like a flat out lie, because if it's just simply not true, then it's not going to work as well. But the more times you say it and the more curious you get about it, I think the more you're going to believe it. Sometimes it's just starting as you willing to consider a different perspective. I never had that perspective on my injuries. I thought I actually was still injured and it was a physical problem. But when I started to consider a different perspective and be open-minded to it, then I started to learn that there was other ways of thinking and other things I could do to help. Your environment also affects your mindset. So taking a look at the content you consume, the people around you, conversations you listen to, what you repeatedly tell yourself. Your brain believes what it hears often. So if you're constantly listening to super negative things on social media, you're watching the news all the time, you're around people that are really negative, that is going to create an impact on you. It's going to create an impact on how you speak to yourself. And your thoughts create evidence. So, for example, if you think people won't like me, your brain is going to search for proof because your brain wants to be right. But if you think people enjoy being around me, your brain notices completely different things. So now let's get into the top 5 mindset shifts that I have been using lately that have really made an impact on my life. Number 1, when I'm feeling bad about my body or an outfit, or I'm just not feeling great, I just started thinking to myself, there's literally nothing I can do about my body in this exact moment. This is just how my body looks, and that's a fact. It's a fact that my body looks this way, and there's literally nothing I can do about it. And that has made me care way less about what I'm feeling about my body. Of course, there's things I can do to better my body in the long term, but I know that's a consistent thing that I'm going to have to do every day, and that is a long-term goal. In the moment, there's nothing I can do about how the way my body looks. So just allowing myself that freedom has really, really made an impact. And I hope this statement makes sense. It makes sense in my brain, but I hope it makes sense the way I'm explaining it. But I would encourage you to try this if you are feeling bad about your body or you're just out in public and you're feeling self conscious. Just think, this is the way my body looks, and there's nothing I can do about it in this exact moment. And just see how that makes you feel. And it's not meant to be in a negative way, it's just like a neutral fact. Like, this is just my body. And that is, yeah, this like neutral fact. And it's not anything positive or negative. So I hope that one makes sense. Number two, one of the things I've heard lately from people who are at the end of life, like in the Top 5 Regrets of the Dying book, and another book I read mentioned this, but they said that people who are at the end of life say one of their biggest regrets was that they wish they hadn't wasted so much time worrying about things that haven't happened yet. And that has really helped me stop overthinking and stop worrying about nothing. Because whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And we don't always have control over the outcome of something. So, what is the point in worrying about the outcome when there's literally nothing we can do about it? This has freed up so much space in my mind because my mind was just constantly worrying and stressing about things. And it's really just helped me be more relaxed and calm about things and just going with the flow more. And I feel like my stress has gone down. And yeah, I just been thinking like it is what it is. Whatever happens is going to happen. So there's nothing I can do. And that has really, really helped me. Number three, if I'm nervous about talking to new people or people I don't know that well yet, lately I've been thinking people love me for exactly who I am. If this person doesn't, then they're not meant for me. And that has really helped me be more myself and less shy. I tend to be quite shy with new people and not fully be myself and not fully open up to them. So just having this mindset of the people in my life love me for who I am. And if this person doesn't like me for me just being me, then I don't want them in my life. And again, it's just such a freeing thought because we shouldn't have to be anyone else other than ourselves. And the most important thing about relationships in your life is that that person loves you for who you are. If I have to pretend to be someone else for someone to like me, then that's just not authentic and that's not the kind of person I want in my life. Number four, this is a little niche to me, but I think you can apply it to your life as well. But I've been thinking, if I can do 75 hard through the hardest time of my life, I truly can do anything. So if I'm wanting to binge or eat bad or not work out, I just think about what I accomplished, and that helps me know that I am so capable. And this is why doing hard things is so important because it proves to yourself how strong you are. So you can apply this to anything in your life, any hard thing you've done. Maybe you ran a marathon, maybe you ran a 5K, maybe you moved to a different country by yourself or traveled by yourself or left a toxic relationship or toxic friendships. Any hard thing that you have done, remember that when you are struggling to push through another hard time and just know that you are just so capable because you've already gone through something like that. Number five, if something bothers me or I don't understand why someone did something, I've started to just get more curious. So I've been asking questions, and that has helped me understand so much better. There was a certain situation that I'm not going to fully share, but I was upset about it. And all I did was ask the person why. And the answer actually made me happier than I think I would have been had the outcome I wanted happened. I really understood the reason behind it when I asked why, and it made so much sense. And it was actually really sweet and just made me feel so much better about the situation. So if someone does something to you or someone's doing something that you can't wrap your head around or that's upsetting you or frustrating you, I encourage you to get curious about it and ask questions. Figure out where their thought process is coming from because not everybody has the same thought process as you. I've really learned this with Paul because our minds work very differently. And some of the things he does doesn't make sense to me in the moment. But when I ask why and I ask questions, I understand where his mindset was. And it makes so much more sense. It's just not how my brain works. So get curious about how people's brains work because everyone is so different and it will really help you understand the person better and cause a lot less frustrations. So, those are my top 5 mindset shifts that I've been applying lately. And I just want to say mindset shifts don't mean toxic positivity or pretending life isn't hard. You can still grieve, struggle, feel insecure, or be anxious while choosing thoughts that help you instead of hurt you. I'm still going through a really hard time. I'm grieving. I'm still experiencing moments of insecurity and feeling anxious and scared and stressed, but I'm choosing more positive thoughts because that is helping me through it. And I'm not pretending that everything in my life is perfect and I'm super happy with everything. It's really not about that. It's just about shifting your mindset so that even while you're going through hard things, it's just a little bit more manageable. So I have 3 reflection questions for you. The first one is, what belief is currently running your life? Maybe you feel like you don't have enough money or you don't have good friends in your life. Maybe it's that you are unhappy with the way you look or you're feeling insecure about the way you look. What belief is currently running your life? Number 2, is it helping you or limiting you? And number 3, what would change if you chose a different story? So that is it for today's episode. I hope that you can apply these mindset shifts and that they will make an impact on your life the way they are making an impact on mine. And I hope they all made sense as well. Again, they make sense in my head, but maybe not when I'm explaining it. So if you do have any questions, you can DM me on Instagram at growthroughit.pod. You can also use the link in the show notes to ask anonymous questions or suggest future topic ideas. I would be so grateful if you left a rating or review and follow or subscribe and share this episode with someone you think would benefit from it. Thank you guys so much for listening and remember that you are worthy. See you next time.